this one doesn't take me... I will be honest, hopefully this one to actually jig up and turn into a video doesn't take me 6 weeks. Or longer. But then again, I have a day job, so... Electricity bills get worse every time I look at them. Anyway. Okay, so... I have to take the farmhouse. You have to hold it for 15 turns, if we can play that part.
Yeah.
You have 2 battalions of Swiss infantry. You have a mixed Swiss-Westphalian skirmish screen. I have 2 infantry brigades to assault you with, and an artillery battery, short battery. You're happy with the qualities of your troops?
Yep.
Cool. I'm happy with mine. You're basically, in a nutshell, the Swiss are better than me, but I have numbers on my side. So, I assume all of your troops, because for the purposes of this game, you are, your regimental commander is your divisional CO, commanding officer, and your 2 battalions commanders are effectively your brigadiers. So
they can change orders.
So they can change orders if need be. So they can so the battalions themselves can operate independently, because otherwise you just have a single brigade, and it's because that's the idea of the situation. It's a single regiment holding a position, which is actually quite plausible against even an infantry division. So, I have my 2 infantry brigades, my gun battery, which is the divisional guns. Your orders effectively just hold, and you basically have to hold your position for 15 turns. Mine's take you. So, this brigade over here, which is my 2nd brigade, is on move orders, which is moved to the farm, so they are essentially just marching straight through.
Advance to the farm,
so they're going to move to the farm and then hopefully assault it. 1st brigade, which is here, is on assault. Their target is to assault this rise, this lump. That's their target. The gun battery is supporting this with engage order, which is to fire onto the skirmish screen and basically make it nice and hot, so the skirmishers can't really do a lot.
Hide.
Yeah,
And
because I kind of need that. Because I need that lump. Because I need that lump, so I can put the guns on it, so I can then just bombard the farm. Happy that gives you cover. Happy which battalion is your elite battalion and which battalion is your veteran battalion. Because they're veterans. I believe your small battalion is veteran. Yes, your small battalion is veteran, which is the one holding the farm, and your big battalion is your elite battalion. And happy what your bonuses are. Cool. Now I will say, as the attacker, that's me, I effectively get the first turn anyway, and then from that point onwards we will roll for initiative. So, beginning turn.
So,
you wanted to tell me all about your 6mm monstrosity.
I've worked it out. Austrians, I've got the whole Orbat, the Aspen.
That's at battalion level. So each battalion.
Each base is a battalion.
Each base is a battalion.
Yeah.
And you can do the entirety of Aspen-Esling.
Yes.
Stand for the Austrians.
One base is a battalion.
Yeah.
And I have got enough for the two corps and the advance guard.
That made up the Austrian forces.
The forces.
Okay.
Which is, I've got 81 bases, 81 battalion bases and figures, which is more than enough.
That's a lot of bases.
And 18 regiments of cavalry of various numbers on the base.
That's a lot of cavalry.
These isn't that bad. French.
Cool.
Equivalent of 100 battalions.
Okay.
Which is just over 2,000 figures.
Oh dear. What was it? Because you had some, what was it, 1,800 or 1,600 Austrian infantry?
1,600 that are ready.
Austrian figures done. Ready to go.
Ready to base.
We will just point out this is all in 6mm, not in like 20mm or something.
And my cavalry is a bit overboard. 43 regiments of cavalry.
French cavalry.
French.
So that's Cuirassier, Dragoon,
Hussars, Uhlans, Chasseurs sur cheval.
So yeah.
Or light cavalry.
Yeah.
Cuirassiers, dragoons.
I take it you do have two regiments of Cuirassier painted up as Carabinier.
No, but I've still got a load of cuirassiers to paint.
Yeah.
I can paint.
So you could do, even though the problem is that even though in 6 world they've got
regiments
the wrong
of guard cavalry.
Oh, so you've got the Empress Dragoons. Hang on, the Empress
I've got all the
Dragoons.
5
The Grenadiers à Cheval.
Uhlans.
The Red
Guard,
the Guard
Polish
Lancers.
Uhlans.
Yeah, because it's the Dutch, it's the Red Lancers,
Yeah.
isn't it? Mamelukes? There was only a couple
No,
of
it's
squadrons.
only a
You
squadron.
don't, yeah, you've only got the,
Napoleon's bodyguard.
yeah, personal bodyguard.
But I can't put them on this table.
How big is this table?
The table's about 5 by 4.5.
And why can't you put them on the table? As in you can't field them on the table?
I can't get them on the table.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. Even if I jam and touching each other, the table could not hold all the figures.
It's not big enough.
No, it isn't. I might have a couple of that. There's the no man's land. Base width. And that's not all of them.
Oh, good God.
I've got in my blue tray, I've got about 4 or 5 drawers of partly painted loose figures, which is probably another, say, 15, 20 battalions. And that's just the French.
It's just a French.
Then I've got to paint the artillery.
I'm not surprised.
But it keeps me happy.
It does. We have our thing we must do.
And that doesn't include the bases where I've only got 6 per base. What I'm really going to do for this.
Okay, because just to make sure, so I'm not sort of thinking there's like 30 odd figures onto making up a battalion.
Austrian battalions are 16 figures.
Okay.
The French are 18.
Okay.
Because what I did, when I was doing the small bases, Austrians were 8 figures a base.
Yes.
So I just put 2
because
bases
we're using for General
base.
Brigade, weren't
Yeah.
we? So you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the French were 6 to a base.
Yes.
So I put 3 French bases onto the bigger base, 2 Austrian onto the bigger base.
Yeah.
It's only 2 figures difference.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, because usually when we play things like General Division from Bacchus and that,
Yeah.
it's a battalion. You could have 100 figures if you could fit them onto the base, and it doesn't matter. You could do
You
that
can
sort
still
of thing.
use General Division because they're the same bases.
Because you just use it, because that's all it comes down to is how big is it, because as long as both sides are using the same bases,
That's right.
it doesn't matter, and you've got everything set up properly, so it's like, yeah.
I hate to think how many cores I can make it that if you roll up for each core.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing I like. That's something I will say I always did like about General Division was the fact that it's completely random what you get. You will have infantry. You will always get at least 1 generic infantry division, maybe 2. Usually 2. I'd say 2 generic infantry divisions, and then it's a case you might get like advance guard, cavalry, some kind of cavalry formation, stuff like that, light troops and things bolted on. But it's like, no, what's your army meant? You don't get to play with super troops.
What I could do
You
is
get a mishmash sometimes.
use the core scale, a core, then you roll the what side division you get put in each core. So it could be very random. I've got part of 2 corps French are grenadiers,
Okay.
but they were the 4th battalions of regiments.
Oh, they were
one
the
corps.
sorry, they were because they were the converged grenadier battalions, weren't they? So it was all the grenadier companies taken from all the other French battalions merged into
one corps. Near enough.
into one big formation.
Oh yeah. I've got far too many guards.
Says every French player where it's a case of how many guardsmen have you got? I've got the entirety of the guard. Old guard formation. Of course you do. Hell, I've got. Remember, in 28mm, I have 1st and 2nd Battalions Grenadiers à pied, and I've got the 1st Battalion Grenadiers à cheval.
Yeah.
Grenadiers
I've
à
got
cheval.
all 4 battalions.
So old and young. So yeah, both Grenadiers and Carabiniers.
What I can do is convert some of the guard bases I've got into Grenadiers and put them into the 2nd Corps.
Yeah, you just use the thing because it's still the Busby and they're still small, so it's nothing. Let's be honest. Unless you're painting the knapsacks blue, or was it the row? Because the only ones who had blue overcoats, everyone else had grey. So it's technically
they're all the same colours to me.
Yes.
Bluish grey.
Yeah, I must be honest. I mass produce. Yes, I'm terrible. I mass produce all my figures. I mass paint the masses of my troops. Pretty much every single soldier here has got a grey overcoat.
I'm taking my time doing cavalry.
I'm not surprised.
I got far too many.
Be careful leading on the table because you'll see the farm try to about to eject into space at some point.
Well, there's a reinforcing strip here.
There should be.
There is, and here as well. No, I'm thinking of
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so game. Happy to begin? Do you need anything? Do you want to confirm anything?
No.
You just want to make sure you're not going to.
I'll wait for your turn to see what you're going to do.
So, initiative we don't need to worry about. I'm happy with my orders. Do you wish to change your orders?
No.
Okay. Compulsory moves we don't have. Charge, decorations and charges. I'm not in range yet. Because they will have to charge, however the skirmishers can't. Technically the skirmishers can assault. But I've got that lot, so. I'm going to kind of sort of.
I think my skirmishers will be evading severely.
Yeah, well, normal movement. So everybody does normal movement.
Skirmishers. What?
Start reading up. Column 9 inches. God, I'm going to bundle up my troops, aren't I?
Skirmishers, 9 inches as well.
I'm going to send these guys slightly up the hill. Right, for the purpose of this, the slope is a slope, but it's not really there to.
There's not too much of a hindrance.
Yeah. 9 inches because all my troops are in column. Colours are being lost.
Oh, well, that's one thing I want to do as well.
Yeah, I need to.
What I've done on the bases, especially the Bavarians, I've stuck a Bavarian flag actually on the bottom of the base instead of being carried.
Okay.
So I know they're Bavarians. That's no point.
What's
I've got about a brigade of Bavarians plus cavalry.
We had a division of Bavarians.
I put everything basing on the rest of them.
Fair enough.
2 brigades, a couple of cavalry units, and some artillery. Oh. It's going to get very nasty very quickly.
That's kind of the way I've designed it to do that because it sort of makes sense to me.
Having a uphill struggle fighting a battle is fun.
Right wheel,
One good dice roll, you could see one of your brigades running.
I know, that's the thing. My brigades aren't super strong. They're essentially just covering their flank. Right, that's my movement. You haven't got any movement because your troops are holding, so you're not allowed to move. So, I will get back into this. Firing. I will shoot, then you will shoot. I will fire my guns first at skirmishers. This is going to be hilarious because it's round shot. Because they're not in 12 of me. Okay, so cannon. 6-pounders, I am in effective range because it is under 21 inches. 26. Though I'm on a -1 because I'm second. 7. Give me a moment. -1 because I am second class artillery because I'm Russian. And you are skirmishers, -4. Yeah, there's 4 guns with a 2. Oh, just no effect. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I had the smoke.
It's on the Tracy Island still.
I put it back.
Yeah.
Because I'm dumb.
Tracy Island.
So you don't get this in modern warfare games, smoke and stuff. Cause
That's right.
okay. That's that done. My skirmishers will now shoot. So this group, just on 6s. 1 6. So they take a casualty. Oh, 2 6s! Oh my god, my Jaegers are doing well. So that's 2 inflicted against them. For this lot, nothing. And for this lot, 1 more against them.
So it's 1, 2, 1.
You're on an effective range, that's probably why. So yeah, 1, 2, 1. So there's now only 4 of them there, there's 5 of them there, there's 5 of them there. That was horrifyingly effective.
And that is 20%.
That I think is a morale chest for your skirmisher screen.
18.
18 guys initially, losing 4.
He's over 15%. We did a morale test.
I believe that is. Oh dear God, really? One second, let me just make sure. No, well, it's any unit receiving 10% or any rank, so 10% or anything in a single hit. Wow.
I get +1 morale.
You get +1 from morale because you're veterans. So 2d6.
8 total.
Hang on, general within 12. Wherever you put it. So we'll find you.
No.
Where did you put him? Oh, he's in the farmyard.
Yeah.
Okay. They are veterans, so they get their +1. No, I'll give you that. You're uphill of me. I am fighting my way uphill. -1 for every 10% lost. Which I think is only 1.
So that's 7.
Okay. Final score?
7.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You obey orders. The skirmishers will refuse to die.
I can't believe 4 casualties in 1 roll.
Ponk, ponk, ponk.
And there's not even elites. I don't think you're skirmishers.
Second rate, but they are. Well, that's the thing, because it's just literally on 6s. There's no. If they were as a battalion firing, then I would have suffered something.
1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice.
1 dice. Effectively, because it's spread across. Yeah. The Jaegers are supposed to shoot, and they did. I'm impressed because every time I've used my Jaegers, I'm normally getting maybe 1 out of every. And I've used whole, proper Jaeger brigade before, and I did quite badly with them.
Oh well, my skirmish screen just got hammered. Base style.
Yep. Your return fire.
Okay. 1 dice and leave it into
Into the skirmishers there front.
skirmishers in
For the
front.
Swiss. Oh, yes, you
6.
inflict 1 on me. Okay.
And the third one.
Do you want to fire on them or them? Because you suddenly realise you can't actually see the troops on the other side of the hill. I guess so. Okay.
No.
Pop, pop,
1 casualty.
pop, pop, pop.
Not even 10. Not even 10%.
This is why I am the Russian steamroller. Hurrah! 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 I'm a child.
But I'm made of sterner stuff.
That's the thing. You get that. Everybody in your army is getting +1 automatically on the morale, and the moment I probably run up against you, you're probably going to just volley me to death. Okay. I believe that is the end of turn 1. let me just confirm. Morale. Well, we've done that. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. So initiative. You get a +1 because you're.
Oh wow, you can't beat me.
Yeah, because you're French.
You can equal. You get double 6.
If I equal it, I think I kept to keep
You
it.
keep it. Double 6.
I got a 4.
Oh.
I rolled a 4.
Others.
So,
No change.
You're keeping everybody on hold. Okay. Am I changing any of my orders? No, because I'm going to rely on that last string. That was beautiful. Compulsory moves, we have none. Charge declarations and charges. I've got to make sure because I have to measure that. I just want to measure this one because I've got to make sure. See, my troops are actually. Oh yeah. Okay. So that battalion and that battalion are going to charge your screen because it's classified as 1 unit. So these 2 battalions will charge a screen.
Can I shoot and scoot?
You may evade. Well, your option is that you are allowed as a light formation. You can evade, which is. Let me just make sure.
I'm hoping to shoot and scoot.
So you're going. So would you like to? You can't shoot. You'll just evade.
I made.
Charges move to halfway point. Charges move to target. Cool. So you're basically So there, the skirmish screen will basically evade away from me. My infantry stomp up the hill. So I have, in order to basically impact you, I have to use my entire movement.
Okay.
So that is.
And
So then move to the 5. So I'll move 1 company. Alright, then move to 5. They are only moving. Well, they're only moving 8. But they are going uphill. It's a rolling hill though. Yeah.
Wow. I evaded a long way.
Yes. So they are right. They've moved to the halfway point. So the grenadier companies will mark the battalions as they advance. So after the charger's movement, evaders may then move the equivalent of the charger's move utilising the respective evade movement. 50%. So half of whatever I've got. No, half of whatever your evade movement is. Half of that.
That's it. 6 inches.
I still can't get you. You vacate the hill, but.
I vacated, but I'm out of there.
Yeah, so evade must evade away from the enemy, either straight back. Evaders cannot make further manoeuvres or turns of enemies need to make to take need not take full evade movement.
So I'll go run back to the buildings.
You'll move backwards, yes. Yeah. So are you happy for me just to sort of fall back everybody?
Half as exactly moves is 6.
Was you turn and face? Oh no, sorry, you turn face. About turn or about face or turn for free. Yes. Do you want them to turn around and just basically show their backs as they leg it?
Yeah. You're not going to shoot at them.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to shoot at them, so they're legging it out of the way. There's not many of them left in theory.
There's 14.
Okay. So let me just see. Cool. So you've evaded. Yeah, so my guys basically just complete their movement, which in this case is number 4. That takes them onto the top. They just finish up their movement.
In column.
In column. Get 5. That worked really, really well. I was expecting a horrendous firefight and my guys to get just bounced away. So that's that done. Which means that they go on to a hold order because they've achieved their objective. They've assaulted the hill and driven the Allied forces away from the hill. That was a surprisingly effective assault round.
That was good dice rolling.
Yeah.
What next?
Okay. That was charges. Normal movement. Now they've moved. You other guys can't move because they're all on hold, so it's my normal movement. So they're going to come around. They're still chunking away.
I don't think you're going to need 16 turns.
I didn't actually expect that. I genuinely thought I might actually have to. You never know. This is the bit where it's going to get stodgy. This is the bit where
Did
it will
you
get-
have
hang on,
one
line
good
through.
round of
What are you
shooting?
doing in there, line? You're in your line. 6 inches. So I'm going to rotate around. Invading. This is a skirmish. So they do 9 and they 5. So that's that brigade continuing to affect their movement, which is to march on there. Damn!
You got nothing to shoot at.
No, because they're gone, so they're on a hold order as well, because the guns are basically up. We've lost our targets. The general's sort of like, well, what the hell?
Next thing you got to move.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Jaegers will move through, chasing the move through, chasing them along. No, they're technically in column because they're just a single company. No, they hold. Sorry, no, they don't, because the Jaegers don't move. They stay where they are. Sorry, because I need to move them onto move orders. Get them to reform.
You are on engagement.
Because they were engaged, now they're on hold, so everybody's basically, they've taken their objectives, so everybody's now like that going, well, we stop. So everything now moves up to them. Sorry, I genuinely, I apologise about that, that's my bad. So you're... yes, next step. You're shooting.
Okay.
Which Jaegers, which your skirmisher screen can't do. Because,
But these can.
you're going to volley me. Are they actually in range? Oh, they are in range. Oh, God.
They're in range.
Oh, God. They are in range.
All of them.
You got +1 as well. So it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30.
shots. Classic.
At long range.
At long range, so yeah, you half your casualty. Just roll 2d6 and we'll see what you get.
Double six.
Please don't.
Oh, 6.
So you are elite, so +1. Your target is in column, +1. At long range, half casualties, that's it. How many figures have you got? You've got
30.
30, so it's 28 to 34. What was your final score?
8.
8. Ooh. You inflict 3 if it was normal range, so that's 1.5. Roll 1d6 for me, please. That's 2 casualties on that battalion. I don't like you.
Oh,
How dare you, sir? How dare you inflict casualties on me? Then again, it's a 34-man unit, so... Sorry, 32-man unit, so loss of 2 men is...
16.
16, so it's not even...
And
Wait, is that 10%? No, 10%. No, it's not even that, is it?
I need...
No, so
32, I need
you need
4.
to kill 4 of my guys to inflict... So, yes, it's 10%, so yeah, not 20%, so it's not less than that, so yeah. It's not the number of figures you knock out, it's the percentage. I'm being done with my math, which is bad because I'm, male. Men are supposed to be good at math.
Can I have some cotton, please?
Cannons. Rattle. Do you know what's good about this with being elite? Because they're all now on a -2 because their weapons are going to get fouled and they get that because they're fired. But it's just that, but you're veterans, so you can you're elite troops, so you can just sort of ignore that to effect.
No.
Okay, so shooting.
No, I haven't finished yet.
I think you're waiting to see if those guys are. So yeah, you can measure from the edge of the farm against either the Jaegers or the columns of infantry. You see.
Yeah, you're the only ones in range.
Okay.
I think.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to rattle off at the Jaeger.
2 bases.
Yeah. So 8 men shooting against me. You're going to be at long range. Go on. Yeah. It's a -4, by the way. automatically, yeah, you're on a rattle. That just represents about 2 plus stands fire. And the Jaegers are just like, what?
No, that's in range. Here we go, here comes return fire and slaughter company. In the rail.
But the Jaegers get to fire back. Actually, I do have problems shooting at people in buildings. After half casualty. So I have to actually roll to see. I have to roll a 6, and I have to see if I actually do anything to you. I am still in range. Please still be in range. Oh, just. The skirmish screen is just in range. So, first rack, nothing. Second rack, oh, 1. Half casualties because you're in buildings. No, I don't affect anything. There's no. My return fire is rather desert. It was a bit pooped this time. Oh, did I just make my entire cup of tea? That's not good.
Wow.
A bit harsh.
I think I've had coffee in this cup.
You just a cough tea, have you?
Yeah. Better than nothing. I need initiative.
Second, what was it? Third turn, and already the French player suddenly gone, ah, crud. Actually, here's an interesting game. Would you consider yourself a French player, or would you consider yourself allied? Because there's no Frenchmen on this table. Technically. Well, here's the thing, because there is the argument that the Westphalian troops were actually more French than they were German, but...
The Russians never fought with the French, did they?
With the French? No.
So,
no.
I'm an ally to the French.
The Swiss? Because you're Swiss, yeah, because you're Swiss troops, yeah. You're allied, you are allied troops, but they're inferiors, potentially no Frenchmen on the table.
Mm-hmm.
There's Germans, there's people who speak Swiss or a version of German, and Westphalians who also speak a version of German. There's also, technically you could argue, no Germans on the table either.
No shooting.
No Germanics. No.
Okay. Morale test.
Morale test. We don't need to do any.
You didn't kill anything?
No.
Thank God. Okay. Here comes the fun bit.
Cool. So 5.
Oh, 7. 8.
Your initiative again. So turn 3, your initiative. What do you right? Command. So
I've got to try and stop them invading. Or do they automatically rally?
let me just confirm very quickly. I believe that they will.
I think I've got to get out of effective rifle range to reform.
They've evaded, so they've evaded that attack. They would recongregate in their new position.
Yeah, but it's got to be out of.
But they would now shift because their orders were a hold. They would essentially just maintain hold orders. They would just turn and face. So yeah, so at the end of that turn, your troops would basically turn and your remaining
re-aim.
You turn and face the Russians.
Yeah.
Remembering that you haven't got many left in these groups.
I've got 1 dice per 6.
1 dice per group now. So you turn and face again.
Okay.
To fight again.
They're on hold.
So they're automatically on hold. Troops in the farm are still on hold. The battalion to the right, to my right, your left is still on hold. I need
you got to try and change your orders.
I want to change my orders. So. They've been fired upon, so they actually move over to being on hold orders as well. They've all gone to hold. Because their troops have been, no, you fired on the skirmishers, so... You haven't fired on a close order unit, you fired on the skirmishers. So I said they'd still be moving, it's the skirmishers. They're still moving to the farmhouse. No. Give me your honest opinion. Would the fire on skirmishers cause my troops to go on to hold?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. because it's really
It
not
might
firefight.
only for cause casualties.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Okay.
all you don't know is
There's
there's
fire
firing coming
there's
from
firing
your
from which is a
objective.
point because their orders are to move to the farm. So right, I want these guys to go from hold order. I want them to move on to a. I want them to engage. Their engage will be against the battalion in the cornfield to my right. 6, 7.
I think you need 8.
No. Oh. Wait, then. Let me just make sure he's within 19. Yes. I did it. Because I need 7. Exactly what I needed. So they are now on engage orders. So that brigade now will move to engage that battalion on the right. He's still moving, that's fine. I need him. Right, I'm going to use a Brigadier General's initiative, which in this case will be the commander of the artillery, to get him to move onto the hill. 10?
Yep.
Boys, I love you. Why are you being so nice to me? Yeah, he does it. So they're now on. He's on a move order, which will take him onto the hill. Hold, play up, hold. Move. So they will move the guns onto the hill, so that I can reduce the farm fortification. The farm. Yeah, I'm being such a child. Okay. Compulsory moves, we have none. Charge declarations and charges. You can't, I can't. Because he's on engage. Normal movement would be you. I will allow your skirmishers to move because they have to maintain some kind of different distance from the enemy infantry formations. But your infantry have to remain where they are. So if you want to bring them to form a line, continue covering, because again they are somewhat screening the.
Come on, don't stab me.
Yeah.
I'll keep them separate so I know.
Yeah. Well, they're all one, yeah, because they're all one big group. You might want to just blob them into pairs. I'd say probably do that makes just as much sense. They can still shoot out depending on where you want them to shoot. Go. So that's your movement. So my movement. My guns need to limber. God, I haven't done this in ages.
Half a turn.
I don't know. Oh no, half a move. Okay, that's good. Half a move to limber. They are foot guns. They move 7, so they move 6.5. They move 3.5. Limber and move. I don't own limbers. Leave me alone.
No, I'm just reading.
Not you. I'm talking to them because somebody will make. I put money down. Somebody will make the snarky comment. I'm not that wealthy, and I don't have the time to paint up 4 horse gun teams for all the guns I own. I have guns for my Polish. I have guns for my French. I have guns for my British, and I have guns for my Russians. I have a lot of guns. No, I do not have limbers for them all. That's just a lot of figures. One day, if someone, if I started a Patreon and someone says, "Oh, I'll give you money so you can have guns, got limbers for your guns,"
Yeah, half a turn. Then you can move wherever.
Yeah, so the columns will continue their advance into position.
Thinking you got to fight me over the wall.
Yes, I have to fight you into your.
That's going to be
area.
fun, nice.
Yes, I am just moving the trees around.
Number X. I saw sharp and saw the battle of the butt farmyard, and with all the casualties on the outside. Let's hope it's true.
Where they're in.
Primitive
12,
items.
happy with that.
Got shot in the rear.
Right, so I need them to move to engage them. have them. Yeah, they'll start swinging around. So that. Moving 2. Swing around into position. Oh god, I bet it. What do I do to Jaegers?
You haven't moved them. You haven't moved them. You've changed.
Because they're part of that brigade, so I'm just wondering what we'll actually do. These guys will continue up, going up the hill.
Obey the brigade order.
Yeah, no, they do it. I'm just thinking how to use them effective. Because do I want to put them here to continue tangling with the skirmishers, or do I want to actually put them in them? I'm going to throw them to a flank. In fact, I'm going to throw them to a flank. I'm going to reposition to one of the flanks. Because I'll allow them to shoot and snipe away.
4 casualties. Failed morale tests. Run away. In that order.
They'd reform behind their solid group.
I'm talking about your battalions, not your skirmishers.
Why are you so mean to me? Why do you hate my Russians? Just because
I've got to think positively.
You're going to think positively for you.
Yeah. Because it's going to be very hard if I don't kill any Russians.
If I can just sweep you out of the farm and sit there and hold it for like a turn or two, and I'm just looking at you going, come and get me, and you just turn around and go, no, I can't, because everything's been shattered.
I can't because I've got 1 man left.
I will be honest, I will find it the fact that the Swiss will have been beaten by anybody?
Yeah.
That's kind of a run of, wow. Did you do wrong? Onward. Shoot.
Okay. My 3 groups of skirmishers all want to shoot into that battalion. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 3 dice.
So 3 dice in total, yeah, so dice. Nothing. That would have been beautiful. Nothing. Wow. 5, 5, 5, and you need 6s to do anything. So
Yeah,
pop, pop, pop. Remaining groups. I'm guessing that they really are not happy with the fact that they've just been evicted rather rapidly from the hill. So that battalion, I assume, will then fire into them. So centre of the battalion, you are still over long range.
Over 6.
You're still long range. Okay, long range, that's fine. Fire. Volley fire.
8.
8. +1 because you are elite. -2 because you fired last turn. +1 because I'm in column. And half, and what's your final score?
8.
8 again with 30 odd figures, correct?
Yep.
1.5 again. So roll d6. Yeah. That's 2, that's 4, that's half a company dead.
4, it's an 8. That's 12.1, but I'll do it in 1 turn.
Yeah. Any more shooting from you? Your troops in your farmhouse?
Yeah,
You're going to give mine.
what I'm going to do, I can only use maximum a half on one side.
Correct. So you could fire. Remember,
10.
That's a side and that's a side.
Yeah. I can fire 10 men into that battalion. And I think I'm just out of 6.
Yeah, you will be.
Yep. Long range.
So everything will be on long range. Go on.
Go on, double 6.
The dice gods heard you and then went, not good enough. Double 1 doesn't mean anything. It's 2.
Artillery double 1 would have meant gun explodes, but not infantry.
Nothing. Literally nothing. You got. Oh, hang on, no.
Double 1.
Double 1. That made it for. No, still nothing. Still, you're just not effective. It's just not enough of an effect. You're going to shoot the skirmishers, or you're going to shoot something else?
I have shot the skirmishers.
Was that the skirmishers?
No,
That's unlocked because that'd be against that battalion.
I've shot them. I've got.
No, because you've still got the.
I've got
other
6
battalion.
men. Oh, 6 men.
8.
No, because I've used 2 from into that side.
Yes.
So I've got 6 in them.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you have troops in the wrong. You have troops positioned for some reason on a wall that you don't need to defend.
No, they're in the building, but I can't put them in the building.
No, because you've got that company that you got. Like,
I've got this company. He's protecting this flank in case they run away. 6 at long range.
Yeah. You ain't gonna, against the skirmish, against my Jaeger infantry.
For years.
Yeah. -4 automatically because you're firing on troops in open order in skirmish. In skirmish mode, so they're all dodging around and ducking and diving. That is the end of that turn. I am going to take a pause while I get my brew, and then we'll try again with the initiative.
Is it
Now,
turn 4?
is this turn 4? Oh yeah, so you concentrated your fire quite effectively there. Ready? Initiative. I got a 6.
No, it's me again. Oh.
I get one turn where I managed to spring your surprise, and it's like, no. So, are you changing orders?
I don't see the point.
Okay.
I've just got to do what I can.
I would like to change my order for that brigade from move to assault. I'm going to try and just do this in the most aggressive manner in which I can. No, it's a 3.
No.
There's nothing I can do to make that even better. Okay, the brigadier is going to attempt to change his own order. Ah! It's a double 1, that's horrible.
Oh, that's horrible.
No, please don't. Please don't tell me what I've just done to my own troops. Unmodified roll of 2 or 3, loss of nerve. Oh god, I've never had that. I'll be honest, I've never rolled that badly. I need to check this one, give me a moment. Okay, any brigadier general attempting to implement a more aggressive order than his current order will lose his nerve. This results in his brigade receiving a brigade order that is one step less aggressive than the present orders, e.g. engage, replace with hold. No, cool. It's because I'm trying to go from move to assault, so it's a loss of nerve, not panic. So I go from move to, he holds. So my troop, basically that whole entire formation just stops them dead where they are.
Oh, give me a respite.
Cool. I've had that before.
So I'm not the only one to get double 1.
No, everything seems to be falling apart now. It's supposed to be a steamroller. Steamroller. Steamroller.
Next brigade?
No, the other brigade, I'm happy with their orders as is. So command is complete. Compulsory moves we have none. Charge decorations and charges. No one's charging. Your normal move. You can't move because you're on hold. My move. Guns. 7. Rolling hill. No, that's fine. They just go up the hill. They just make their way up the hill. It's fine.
You can terrify the building, can't you?
With the guns? Yes. So I'll now do this brigade. The Jaegers are going to continue to sweep around so they get to a position where they can start shooting again. Covering. Column. They're going to reform. Shuffle some. Grenadier, so they move on to the right as a flank. And on to a better formation. These are also going to reform.
Take less casualties.
Yes. They're going to move up onto the hill. stole the virtues of shooting the French lookalikes.
Mm-hmm.
They can't move. That. You get to shoot me. Your volleys first.
Go straight into the battalion in front of them. Yep.
3 days.
360s would be nice. There's one. One cash.
I take a casualty on this battalion. Okay.
And this battalion shooting your battalion.
To the battalion to the front.
I think they're just out of 6 still.
So centre to centre. Yes. Oh God, that hurt.
That'll sting.
That's a double 6. For shooting, that's quite nasty. Effects from close order infantry firing. Close order infantry, and I falter. So automatically my troops falter. Bristol General, he's not attached, so it's fine. So, +1 because you're elite. -2 because you fired last turn.
11.
Half whatever you get because we're at long range. So it's casualty, so it's fine. Your final score is
11.
11 with 30 figures. You inflict 2 on me.
Still not enough.
Still not enough in a single turn. You're doing a lot. You're volleying with precision, but you're...
6 of these.
I'll lose a base next turn. The way you're shooting, I'm going to lose a base next turn. And they've faltered, which is problematic. Which means I have to stand there. They basically become unformed, so they have to stand there. They become a mob.
Okay.
Oh,
10 men into that battalion.
to their front, so you're still at long range.
Yeah.
Ooh! 10. Ew. $10.
The shot last turn is a -2.
So it's just a pure -2. A +1 because you're shooting at a column.
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, so basically on a -1 total. How many figures was it?
10.
Final score was
9.
half a casualty D6.
No.
No casualties. Classic rattle of musketry. Any more shooting?
I'm not bothering shooting your skirmishes. It's not even worth it.
Okay. They fired last turn, didn't they? Okay. My return fire.
This is where it's going to get painful.
This will be against the buildings. Nothing. Nothing. Don't want to volley. Yeah, they're gonna. No, they can't because they changed formation, so they can't shoot. That group is on 1d6. Yes, take a casualty on your good Swiss.
Them.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing for the others. But the complete
Well,
group
it's-
don't.
Okay. 1 out of 30.
That's 29. Yeah. Doesn't mean anything, I don't think. Oh. No, you're still on the really good heavy side of it all. Morale. There's no morale for me because I didn't have enough casualties. No, you still didn't inflict enough casualties on me because I'm too far away. Because you only did 1 in that turn. Yeah, sorry, it's still not enough.
Even with a double 6.
Yeah, it just causes me to falter, so it slows them down. They can't move. They're going to have to reform themselves and reorganise themselves for the next turn.
I wonder what you're going to do with the other battalions. in this turn.
Well, they're supposed to be attacking them, so I'm going to basically probably march up and sort of try and push back your skirmish screen.
Initiative?
Yes. I got a 9! Yay! I win the initiative.
6.
Change his orders. 2 assault orders. It's a 4. Can't do anything. Not good enough. I need a 7. The Brigadier is going to have a toss of brandy and sort himself out. Oh, a 10!
There you go. I think.
Yes, got it. So now the Brigadier, having sort of worked out what he's doing,
Question.
decided to assault.
I know I need to kill 10% a turn to cause a morale test.
Correct.
What happens if I gradually weigh down? What's the next percentage?
50.
Overall 50.
Once my troops hit 50%, then
And
it's
the morale test.
a morale test.
Then you're on the -5.
Yes, for morale.
Yeah.
Then it becomes
Scary.
keeping them in the field becomes difficult because then once they hit 25%, they basically a battalion just ceases to exist. Big battalions are actually they're unwieldy. They're horribly unwieldy. So when you play as a proper Austrian 50-man odd man battalion, it's unwieldy, but
a 30-man French is about right. Not manageable.
yeah. Smaller battalions are manageable, but weak because you can take potentially if you get into a firefight with someone who has a larger battalion, he will essentially just shoot you down far faster, and then quality is the only thing that you kind of after when you have small battalions.
No. I put labels on them.
Good choice. 4th Battalion, 21st Regiment of Infantry.
Yep.
Okay.
That's French. Because on the Austrians, I've got, say, 2nd Battalion, IR, and the
Infantry Regiment.
Yeah.
Infantry Regiment.
That way I can tell.
Can you tell which is your Ligny and which is your Ligier in your French?
I will be able to if I put LN or LT on the label.
Makes sense. Ligny, Ligier. Loin and light.
Liger.
Right, that was my. So that was orders. Compulsory moves, we have none. Because charges. Right. They are going to charge. I want to throw both battalions in. .50% of the brigade has to assault. Hang on, let me just make sure my orders.
You got 3 battalions.
Must charge or advance at least a half move towards the enemy where possible.
Charge one
Skirmishes
advance
don't get
another.
involved. Okay, yeah, so their orders are basically to assault the farm. I will throw. I'm going to be ballsy. I'm going to throw both battalions against this wall because I want you gone. He's had the tot of brandy has done him some
I
good.
don't defend the wall. I can have as many men as against the wall.
Yes, only half of your battalion may fire from it.
Yeah. But
when it comes to the fight of it, it's me throwing it. Now, if I remember rightly, I need to roll for both battalions to see if they go in, and I take my best, and then you do your best. Okay. So I will roll.
This is where you fail to charge me, and you go, oh, I chose a big wall.
As always, to make sure, because this one's a proper multi-step bit, so we're going to make sure we don't do anything wrong. My battalions are within range of the Brigadier, because he's standing right there. So I move to the halfway point. Both my battalions should be able to contact the wall within 9. Correct.
Move the halfway point.
So for them, it is 7. So there. 8, to there. So Grenadier companies will mark where the halfway point for the battalions. Fire. Defenders may now move the equivalent of their charges move and or fire.
Firing.
Shoot.
I've got 10 men,
Yes.
but they have to shoot above targets, I believe.
I would say for my the way I would take it is you roll against because they're both going to be halfway anyway.
Yeah.
They're both in columns, so it's, you will roll you roll your 2d6 and I split the casualties between the two battalions,
That's what I was thinking.
that's what makes the sense to me because your fire is going to be.
And you're in close.
I'm now within effective range. I'm very much within effective range. So you are. If you roll well, you will not cause me any major problems. However, a falter will have to go on one of the units, which in theory will probably be, I would say, the closest. Yeah.
Depends on who's got the most damage.
Yeah.
7.
7. You are veteran, so you don't get any pluses. You fired last turn. -2. That's my artillery. Target is in. Let me confirm something because massed column is slightly. I want to know how many units I need to be mass column. Maybe they are in mass column because there's 2 of them. I can't find a bit about mass column. Yeah, let me mass. Let's be able to at least hit 2 columns. Yeah, no, they're classified in mass columns, so that is a. So you get +2 in total because they're in column and they're in mass column. Your final score? 7. With how many figures?
10.
Ew. Roll a d6, it's half a casualty.
1 casualty.
1 casualty on me.
And
We'll go against
this
battalion. So, your fire and reaction. Charges test morale to charge home. So this is for, these green dice are for the battalion with the blue regimental colour. The white, the Prussian dice are for the battalion with the green colour. Oh, that's going to screw with me. That's the wrong way round. Ooh, okay. Give me a moment. So, charge assess morale. So it is morale. So, general within 12. Yes. +1 for everybody because he's standing right next to him. One of them is, however, I've got to be sure because I think they're my OK brigade. They are both lined, so they get no pluses but no minuses on that one. Russian foot in column defending only. Nope. They've not lost anything. That battalion, like I said, takes 1 because they took a casualty. In brigade attack column, each supporting line. And it's got to be because they haven't got anyone behind them. That's that. So my best score is they're equal, which is a 6. Sorry, no, it's that lot. 6, 7, 8. I have an 8 total, which allows the 6 for both. So they're both going in anyway. Both battalions would strike. Okay, so I will charge home. You will have to, because the best I've got is a 7, sorry, because they both go in. So
yeah, you just put the grenadiers into the wall.
Everybody goes in. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. Being dumb. Because when it comes to the melee, it will...
So you get in 8 men per battalion attacking, defending.
Roll your 2d6 for defence. As defenders.
11.
This could be kind of hilarious.
+1.
General's right there.
Yep.
You are veteran. +1.
Yeah. Jesus.
You're in cover. +1.
I'm running that way then. I need another dice.
I don't know why I've got it down as a minus. It's me being dumb. You're in cover. So hang on, that's 1, 2, that's +3 so far.
Yeah.
Each 10% loss. You haven't.
I haven't.
No casualties. Foot charged by infantry in column. -1 because you are in buildings. You are +1. That is it. Your final score.
12.
12. Yeah, you don't care. You're going to take this one in the face. We are going to be bayoneting each other. It is going to be glorious. So stand. You may complete. Basically you fight them up. We will fight a melee, and it will be glorious.
32, 64, 63 against 16. 3-1.
You are Swiss for a reason. I gave you this. I wanted
But
to see. Let's see if the paint job works. Let's see if the painting up of plastic figures and works out so it makes them as glorious as their real life
turn
counterparts.
into 32.
Right, you do.
32. 60, 63, you -1. And I got 16 men against the brick wall. Zulu King.
It's coming down to the bayonet, and your men will stand. I believe your men will stand. I put money down. If my men manage to break into this farm and butcher yours, I'm going to be looking at you and going, your Swiss aren't doing very well. The plastic painted Swiss do not do well.
Doing very well.
There's Westphalians amongst their number. It's
No.
fine. They got shot up by really good by men who
I'm
really
just
know how to use
glad
their
I got a
rifles.
double. I got a high score then. That's the charge.
So that's
done.
the charge is complete. So we pause with that one. Normal movement. I've forgotten who had initiative. It was me, wasn't it? So it's my normal movement first. He moves into position. And they're going to simply just sweep down the hill because that will force them back because they can't.
They're going to get room. They can't be any closer than a certain distance.
Well, I've got to stay away like a couple of inches anyway. But I'm going to shoot you. My intention is to basically hurt you. I get to swing, so yeah, I'm basically going to do this. I'm going to sweep through you.
Yeah, I've got to evade.
Because your skirmishers will basically be pushed back. Because you've got to stay 2 inches away from me. I'm basically just like, oh look, there's men popping at us. I don't care.
And this is where I roll 6s instead.
Yeah. That is kind of the frightening thing. They're going to remain in position because they're basically supporting. The guns are going to move up. Was I 7? No, 7 inch. Edge puts me on the hill.
Next thing they unlimber and but they can't fire.
I have to unlimber the guns now.
No.
I now have they've moved, so they've driven up onto the top of the hill. Next turn they will unlimber.
Yeah, but when they get to shoot, they can't. Because your men have been in the buildings.
Potentially my men will be in the buildings, but then I will be
Yeah,
intending
but
to
not
try to
as
shoot
many
over
as
the
you
top.
hope.
My Russian peasantry will die gloriously for the Tsar and for the cause of the greater coalition.
And for the job.
Against the usurper and against the hated usurper.
The Swiss.
Well, Napoleon, but yes, the Swiss are simply just seen as red coat. They're just Frenchmen. They're just pretending to be French. Your moves.
That battalion's in hand to hand. Skirmishes is a pullback.
Well, they move, but they can still shoot, so you can shoot. Yeah, because you're not. My men basically swinging in like that is going to make your guys go fall back.
Okay.
Now, stuck.
I think 3 more turns. Then it'd be a case of my company of men are not hanging around. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to hold.
You're not. You're going to shoot. Well, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Firing. I get to shoot first. Jaegers. Jaegers will fire into the Swiss. I inflict 1. Jaegers. No one else can shoot because they're moving. They will have only formed once your thing is completed. They can't do anything at the moment. They can no longer shoot. They can't shoot because they made a full move. They're yep, that's it.
Okay.
Pop, 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 pop. They can't shoot.
3 skirmishes into him. I got 3 guys. 3 ones?
Not unlike.
If I get 3 ones, can I take that as 10 casualties on your part?
No.
Oh, it's close.
1, 2. It's a 4.
Mm.
If you give me 3, I would have been like. That's hilarious.
So, 28 into...
The battalion to the front.
Yeah. I'm down to 28 men.
They're still at the long range, aren't you? Yeah. Another rattle of musketry.
5.
Plus 1 for elite.
We get it.
I'm now in line, so that's fine. So it's -1 in total. So yeah, because it's +1, but -2. So it's effectively, you might as well go with -2 off your score. You're at long range. You have 28 men. So you have
28 men.
28 men. So you're still in quite a nice little bracket. If you've got anything over 5, yeah, that's still going to hurt me. You inflict 1.
Oh,
You inflict 1 on me.
No.
They can't shoot back yet because they're still because now that's done, they're no longer faltered because that's their complete
Yeah,
sense of
right,
thing. Their last
so-
falter.
So, I've got nobody else to shoot. Should we have a hand-to-hand punch-up?
We shall make this glorious.
In
36, please. Oh God, why? Actually, I know exactly why. That's better. Why? It's supposed to be a steamroller. I'm just upset. So, I mean,
I got 7.
for the Tsar. Okay, so +1 for everybody being infantry. Don't need to worry about it. I am charging. +2 to me.
I'm hiding behind a brick wall.
Because you're buildings, I don't get a +2 for being in column.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, not applicable versus units in buildings or cover if the unit is defending buildings or cover. Just completely negate my column. No one's elite, no one's veteran. My guys well, sorry, no, you're veteran, I'm line, so 0. We don't got any bonuses. No one's British in line. +2 because you're in building. Because I'm still outside. Right. Outnumber enemy for every 50%.
You're a plus. I'm
30,
16.
32, 64, 63. +2. I will give that to, because I only get that once.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that to them. So +2, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is that battalion, which is a battalion with the green colours.
The one's got no casualties on it.
The one that has no casualties on it. So. Final score?
10.
I got 11. Because I ignore that one, because I have to choose my highest score for the melee. Because it's basically it just counts as one melee, so I ignore that one. It's my 11. 5 and a 6. It's literally just about like that number. You have to give it to someone. If I'd given it to them, it would have been a waste. So 11. I beat you by
1.
1. The loser recoils 6 inches.
It means I'm still in the building area.
Yeah, I think it means I break in.
Yeah, you climb the wall.
I've broken in. I've broken into the building, so your guys will basically fall back.
Yeah.
Fall back from me.
A wall.
So
It's the casualties that's going to be the hardest part.
I will throw 1 battalion into the mix. So 1 battalion breaks in, which is going to be them. The other battalion will remain on the outside.
1632, so it's 2 to 1.
So they basically
I'll lose 4, you'll lose 2. I'm just guessing.
1 second. Winning foot or artillery versus all, 1 per 6.
You're 32.
Hang on, no, sorry, let me just confirm. Sorry. Yeah, winning foot artillery versus. I suffer 1 per 12.
So you lose 1.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I take it on him. Take it on that unit. Because I don't want to actually work here. I'm just making sure of this. So it's winning foot or artillery versus pushback infantry or cavalry, and winning foot or artillery versus all. Not applicable to pushback, foot count half number versus cavalry. Because I'm just looking at this, because loser routes, loser retreats.
Did I push back or withdraw?
I'm going to go with your pushback, so 1 per 8. It's basically me pushing you back. Yeah, I'm going to go with pushing you back because you've basically been pushed.
I lose 4.
You lose 4 in total. Against my multitudes of Russians. Yeah, we'll just have it as, yeah, so basically my
That's a
one.
morale test.
That is. Well,
And a -2.
because for the purpose of this, the melee result is your morale test. You don't take melee from this because it's what happens. You've been pushed back, so that's your morale. Because otherwise I could inflict horrendous stuff. I will just make sure, because as far as I'm aware...
Morale because of the fact that I lost 10% in one go.
Let me just make sure. Because it gets it, because I know with melee they do sort of say that's it, you don't do anything else. I just want to make sure I'm not misreading. Yeah, units in melee or broken result of melee do not test morale. Morale is taken into account in the melee result. So yeah, units in morale or broken result of melee. Yeah, because you would, because you're taking 10%, but it's not. Morale test for anybody else?
No.
No, just haven't hurt any. I'm genuinely starting to enjoy myself with this. That actually went not as well as it could have gone, but I'm going to take it because I've now got troops in, and then they're in. One of the
And
battalions in.
against veterans. I need
Initiative. Yeah, you got that. I got 5.
9. Okay. Are they disorganised or just pushed back?
Everybody is now unformed because of
Unformed.
melee. So all the units are now unformed because it's basically
So
getting into
if
melee.
I put one
So there's one gig.
unformed,
Everyone, I'm basically dropped that there, but everybody's unformed in the room.
so these two are now got to reorganise.
You have to break contact and you can't because I'm into the building, so you're still in melee with me because it's
So
because foot retreat, because loser recoils, foot stands or follows up, may follow up or stand. I followed you up because I went into because I've basically broken in, so I'm still in base contact. We
now-
continue the melee this turn.
so I can use anybody in that compound because it's the same battalion to get into the melee and.
We're in melee anyway. We're just still fighting. Haven't.
No, I can put my 5th base into.
Yeah, your 5th base would join in anyway.
Yeah.
We'll be dragged into the fight.
Okay.
So do you wish to change your orders? Or are you happy just to continue holding on?
The thing is, if I pull back, I'm just going to get
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you need to stop leaning on that because it's just bent.
I'm gonna put a reinforcing strip in.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding.
You're just gonna continue to shoot at me.
Yeah, and then they're going to push you back.
I will. I'm not changing any orders either because the guns can't do anything. Oh, anyway, so that makes that nice and simple. Compulsory moves, we don't have any. Charge decorations and charges, it's all done.
I'm just going to do the assault result later.
Normal movement.
No.
Speak because you're stuck still. I'm going to continue pushing. Oh no, they're actually within range of you. I'm going to move to within effective range. And it comes slightly downhill.
I've got to do something.
So they move half so they may shoot. And these guys are all under limbo. Ready that if the Russian infantry suddenly are rejected for some reason, which I'm not going to be totally, they can start pummeling the buildings while the Russians, while white troops reform with their 6-pounders. It's only a farm. It's not got that steady
You can shoot your thumbs, you like, when you clean your men.
Yeah. There, he's shouting at his troops to just keep moving. Shoot. Next.
5 5s out of 6 dice.
To be honest, the way you're rolling those dice, that's still an effective burst of volley fire for
20 men into I've got to get rid of
you got to knock me down at least one. Well, one more casualty and I lose a stand.
7.
That's going to hurt.
-2.
So hang on, it's +1 for being elite, -2 because you fired last turn.
Right.
But you are now at effective range because I've marched into effective range.
Yeah.
And you have 28 men, correct?
Correct.
Final score?
6.
You killed 2 of them. So I lose a stand of troops.
And then push up some. I've got to do something about this. My only advantage is veterans. That's it.
Veterans
No
and
brick
morale.
walls.
Morale and quality. What do you mean brick walls?
No, there's no brick walls in between us now.
No, we're in amongst you. Your men are morale better than mine, and you are in theory quality better than mine.
Yeah, but
But yeah, I've got a battalion in.
I've got a battalion that's managed to break in and is fighting you.
Yeah, I'm dead to 16 men. Your shoot.
My return fire. So, Jaeger on the right. Nothing. Jaeger in the centre. Nothing. The battalion you just engaged will return fire with
24.
23. They've got 1 casualty still on them. 7. Yeah, they're my good battalions. They're still lying. They're not second ones. Do you get cover for being in those fields? Yeah, I'll give you that. -2. 5 with 24. Effective range. You take 1 casualty. Clatter, 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 clatter. They're going to shoot at the skirmishers.
I want to just get a really big high roll for this.
Just to negate the -4.
Really good.
And that'll do. That actually might do something. So I might lose that -4. And that's it, because you're in effective range of me, because you're right in front. So, and I have 31 men. It's not often I get this tastiness. 5. I killed 2 more of your skirmishers, so I believe that's at least a couple of stands gone. A brick of them gone. How many men you got left?
12.
12. So yeah, you lose 2 stands.
This time.
Because you might as well just sacrifice off 2 stands at this point.
2 out of 18. Oh!
They half strength.
10% casualties in one go.
Ooh, yes, 1.8, yeah. Hang on, remember, morale is at the end. So they require a morale test because they did take casualties. Because we've got to do more melee. We have to do the melee first. That was a good volley. This is where people stop it, because in the 2nd edition version, the Russians are always on half casualties because their line troops are terrible shots.
No.
Well, I just go, no, I refuse to acknowledge that existence. Firing. Melee. Continuing it on. Do I count the other battalion? Yes. Because I've got 1 battalion and the other battalion's still, they're trying to break in at this point. So I just roll for both. Wow. Okay. Everyone is infantry, +1. Everybody gets 1. Ooh, these guys get +2 because they are following up in melee. But everybody is unformed.
What's that, -1?
-2. And you also suffer another +-2 because you were pushed back in melee. +2 for being in building. Wait, hang on. No, you can't get that one now because I'm in amongst you. I still outnumber you ridiculously, don't I? Or have you managed to even the odds out a bit?
You are. Let me do some calculation.
I am at 62 to your. Keep hitting them, boys.
For every percentage over?
50.
For every 50% over? My total. Your.
So I've got 62 figures, men, to whatever you've got. 18. No, you're down.
16.
16. Oh, that is. Oh, I think I get 1.
Every 50% over. My brain just goes.
Yeah, I want to say I get a 1 because I got 2 last time. I get 3 now.
I lost 3, but it's.
Yeah, I will give that to the battalion who are leading the assault. So I can engage it. Cool, complete. I have a grand total of 9.
Goodbye.
What do you get?
4 less.
5. Let's see, so that's a difference of 5.
4.
So a difference of 4. Apologies, yes, 4 less. Right, you retreat, so I'm going to say you're ejected from the farm now. So your troops retreat. So you take a 6-inch move now, and in the next turn's compulsory, you will take another 6-inch move. But you're ejected from the farm. Only 1 battalion can be in there, so the battalion that broke in remains in there. The other battalion basically stops. Just push back slightly.
And you
And then we'll do
go
casualties.
room.
And then we'll do casualties. So basically form up there. Okay.
So your battalion was 30. 1.
Okay, so I get 1 per 6 inflicted on you.
Yep.
You get again 1 per 12 inflicted on me.
You lose 1 more. I lose 5.
Your general's been evicted as well, so the regimental colonel has been evicted. Everyone's still unformed. Your guys are unformed. My guys are. You're retreating, so you will need to. You will need to morale test them. You will need to complete the retreat move, and then you will do morale test. And I will now take a pause moment as I will send it to Mark. I'm not going to repeat that one that the wife just sent me. Hilarious, but I'm not going to repeat it because I get in trouble. It's genuinely quite funny. I'm enjoying myself. Are you enjoying yourself?
Not really. It's very hard to get battle.
Of course it is. It's defending. I mean, there's the thing, you kind of got to shoot me down.
It didn't help losing a third of my skirmishes in the first shoot.
I am still amazed I managed to do that.
I lost half my skirmishes shots per turn due to that one shoot.
I know. That genuinely still surprised me. My Jaegers are actually quite good this turn. I'm impressed. My guys have I've only flubbed really one roll. And I've just got numbers, so it's great. And it's not as if I'm running any sort of like veteran troops. Everything I've got is line and second line. It's just how I'm engaged in second line.
Quantity.
I've got quantity. Quantity has a quality all of its own. Even here it works. I'm in, I hold it.
Morale test from me.
They will have to have another morale test purely. No. Let them do their retreat. Once they've reformed, organised themselves, then I would say you'd have to do the morale test to see. Are they at 50%?
Nearly.
They don't need to do anything. Yeah, the only morale test you need, was for your skirmish screen. Let's see if they stand.
That's classed as a battalion unit in it.
Because it is it's classified as a coherent combat unit. That's not bad. A general within 12.
No.
Ooh. They are veterans, +1.
Yeah.
-1 for each 10% they've lost.
Oh, 6, 10% lost.
They were 6, 12, 18, they've lost. It's a third? Yeah, it is a third. Good thing is, the retreating unit isn't within 12, so or
I wouldn't bank on that. The general's not within 12, but part of the unit is.
Is it?
Yep.
You're not within sight.
No, there's a building in the way.
There's a building in a way you don't know they've been kicked out just yet. Final score, please.
3. I'm gone.
No, they falter. You falter, so you get that one. Basically, they become, in the purposes of skirmishes, they become unformed. They can only shoot if they are charged, and that's about it. They can't move.
No, that's 2 units that are in trouble. There's a 4 that require a brigade test, but a route does.
The route, because remember, that's technically a brigade and that's technically a brigade. This is where it gets things. So the brigade tests are basically null and voided purely because the battalions themselves, if a battalion fails a test,
then
it's from
div test.
But there is no divisional test, because if they run off the table anyway, they have to follow anyway. They would start withdrawing, but they would be forced to withdraw anyway.
I've got to change my orders anyway.
It's one of those things where because if I'd given you 4 or 5 units on the table, yes, someone would go. It would make it more harder for me to do it, but then it would become. It's you end up with either a single brigade or you end up with 2 very small brigades.
That's an automatic morale test next turn, correct?
Yes, because
compulsory move.
Because they've compulsory moved out, so they've got to do. They've done 6.
Yeah.
They'll have to do another 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're at the end of the turn. You will attempt to rally them. That's it. You just need to rally those troops. That's all you're doing with them.
I'm on a -4 to start.
Yes, Swiss, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've read that
It's a
before.
minor setback. And if you want, we can always play this again, and I'll play this. Swiss.
No,
I actually would quite. We could always trade it out, and I can take the British, and I can give you a French infantry division, a crummy French infantry.
Let's
that I
see,
can do.
it's.
British troops. Bunch of I can just have
I
jocks.
think
No, I don't.
losing my skirmishes in the first shoot has affected my.
It's affected your
shooting.
It's affected your brain.
Yeah.
Light infantry getting shot down rather rapidly is like unusual, but hey, it's the
normally
fight. That's the
can't-
firefight. That's the firefight.
Yeah.
I just managed to win the firefight. Russian Jaegers. I have questions on that one. I'm not. Honestly, I love you guys. Seriously, I love you. Keep doing it.
So.
But it's kind of messing with my brain a little bit because normally my Russians are terrible shots.
That to 11. Any more? No, that was it, wasn't it? You.
That's it, morale. So it's initiative. Okay, I've taken it. I think I've literally ripped it out of your grasp with a full fat 9.
Yeah. Compulsory move.
Compulsory moves. They must move 6 inches towards the table, towards the end of the table, so in a blob. In a blob formation.
Run away. Don't come back another day.
Why would your general go with them?
Um,
He'd probably be moving away from them, but he'd also be...
he was with the unit when they was assaulted.
That is true, yes.
So
He's trying-
he'd be trying to get him to
No,
stop.
if you want to, because he's... Yeah.
But
He's attempting to rally them in by
can you
beating
give
them.
me a quick look in the book? My general was a unit in assault. Do I lose him? Or
No.
can I possibly?
1 second. It's a weird one.
That's my thing, banging the schnitzels.
Okay. That's all making. It requires violence.
I think it's.
I don't think there is anything. I think the only time he has problems is if I'd rolled a double 6. Same with him. If you rolled a double 6, but he held out to be in the unit to actually suffer it. That's the thing, because even though you've lost melee, he's 1 or 2. It's basically him plus a couple of aides. So he's probably just bailed out one of the gates.
There we go.
So my Russians are currently looting the place. Because of course they would be. It's to be stupid nothing. Sick of the ranks of Russian peasantry. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Brigade, okay.
And you're checking your brigade morale test. Like I said, you don't have to worry about brigade morale test.
No, I'm just checking to make sure I'm not going to do something stupid.
Because in theory, you have your brigade is your division. There is no divisional level morale test because you're not high enough. I've basically your battalion morale test is akin to your brigade level morale test. You ignore your brigade test. So the general
Turned.
but at the end of the turn they have to morale to basically negate to basically try and rally from retreat.
They get charged, they either shoot or run.
Yeah, that's what skirmish infantry do. Which I can't do because I'd have to move to assault. I have to move to assault orders. Yeah. So, I have the initiative. They're on a hold order and I'm not going to do anything with them anyway because I've achieved my objective. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. they're going to continue engaging. The gunners are now standing around looking at each other with their loaded pieces going, well, what are we shooting at? So, shooting. Time to continue the firefight with the elite Swiss battalion. Jaegers at the far end, nothing. Next bunch of Jaegers, nothing. Infantry battalion in the centre. Ooh, a 9. With 23 men. Yeah, -2 because of fired last turn. So now we're into firefight mode. Yes, you get cover because you're in the field. So grand total 5. I inflict 1 on your veteran Swiss, on your elite Swiss with them. And they are at long range to affect you. They're going to volley into them, but they are at long range. 6. Complete battalion of 30, you've got 1 then. That's -2. No, that's 2. Not enough. I'm not going to do anything. No effect. Because I can't. Oh, wait, hang on. It's a half, and you need 4, 5, and 6 on both dice. I inflict 1 more. That's 2 more. It's 2 in total.
I thought it would have caused a morale test.
Go on, your response. I mean, your skirmishers can't shoot because they're basically trying to work out what they're doing. 4 against the troops to their front, I assume.
Yep.
+1 because you're elites. -2 because you fired last turn. With
3. 15.
15 on a
3.
So, how many men?
15 on a 3.
There's only 15 men in that. Eh?
I've lost a base. Four casualties. Total.
Yeah, but there's lots of men in that battalion still.
Oh no, 6 men per base.
Yeah. That's why I'm very
23.
confused. 23. I was very confused.
23,
Then. Don't do that to me.
24,
Make me feel silly.
25.
25 men. Yeah. It's,
I thought it was a 4-man base, that's one.
no, that one's the that time's the
25.
and I need to rebase them because I have got the right.
On a 3.
25 on a 3. Roll a d6.
No.
Nothing.
No. This is the fun bit.
So your morale test for them. So 2d6.
If I get less than 4, it's not a good dice roll. Oh,
Okay.
5.
+1 because your general's right with them. Plus another 1 because you are veterans.
Well, that's all there.
That's +2 basically. A -1 for each 10% lost, which is going to be
10%, so every 2 casualties. No,
every 3 figures.
every 3.
1, 2,
3. Where?
No, it's -2.
No, there's 11. I've lost 9.
Yeah, okay.
There's
So,
3.
yeah, it's -1 because you are retreating. That's it. Final score.
3.
3. You fail. So they will continue to move off the table. So next turn, compulsive move, they will move a full 12, so that will take them off the board. So yeah, do you want to
Withdraw as quickly as the Swiss can run.
Yeah. Do you want to say this is going to be your veteran, your elite battalion will begin extricating itself from the firefight?
No, it's a case of which of these 2 battalions can run the quickest. The other one is going to get slaughtered.
One group is going to get left behind.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah. Hey,
I will
that's
be.
hard.
I have to be honest. I wonder whether giving you a third battalion would make more sense, or even making my guys even worse. But even then,
I
it's line
think,
and second line.
I reckon
I'm going to give myself
one battalion of line regular
So an extra battalion.
and one battalion. Because
So,
you got skirmish.
because I think
they-
the skirmish screen, the 2 battalions, so 3 battalions, you reckon? So elite, veteran, and a line battalion, or another veteran battalion,
Yeah.
just to give you that extra morale. Because I would say potentially another veteran battalion, just to give that extra
Because
morale.
how many
value.
battalions have you got in total?
How many battalions have I got?
1, 2, 3,
7.
7 and 3.
With 2 Jaeger. 2 of those are
2
Jaeger,
Jaeger.
4.
Plus artillery, who's never fired.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Well, it's 5 line battalions and 2 Jaeger battalions plus a gun battery.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed that the guns never even got to do anything. Because I must be honest, I thought I was going to go in there and I was going to bounce big, that you were going to kick me straight out.
And the number that did me.
It's kind of why I threw. That's why I went. I'm going to go big or go home. That's why I threw both battalions in. I might as well
Because-
just hit you with everything because I'm fully prepared to get bounced straight back
Oh
out.
yeah,
and
I was
just have to
hoping
spend
to
it-
cause
and then have
a lot of damage.
and then have a
before
turn
losing.
of them continue to pop away to try and win, and then just hitting the farm.
You can still shoot the buffalo, but I'm not in there.
Well, why would I do that then? It's silly. I've got all I need. The boys are still, the lads are still leading the
And
play.
they didn't do much, that battalion.
They actually did very well.
Yeah. The thing is, I had to protect the whole farm complex. So I had to try and spread the truth out.
I think
Best way.
potentially a 3rd infantry battalion, another battalion of veterans to sit that side would probably make more sense
The
with the skirmish
extra
screens up the hill. I think
battalion on the Plantier
yeah, in reserve.
in
It
reserve.
would make sense because
Yeah.
then what you could always say is you could then potentially have 2 brigades,
Mm-hmm.
one brigade, which is them,
Yeah.
and the other brigade is the external, or you could say the other brigade is the 2 infantry battalions, and then the 3rd, and then your skirmish screen is another brigade, but. Or alternatively, leave it as individual formations. Just leave it as individual formations and.
But
Give it that
once his unit got thinned down,
Steamroller worked. Choo choo.
but 60 against 16 is a bit outnumbering.
Can I have me dice, please? That's the kind of point.
Oh, one, that's a good dodge roll.